Did we already do Epstein?
I don't know. I wasn't here for the last episode.
I can't even remember.
But you should. I mean, you deserve to be taking your victory lap right now.
Yeah, I guess.
They're assigning a lot of credit to the Miami newspaper.
Yeah, and they didn't do anything. That's a bunch of coked up Cuban retards, and they know that that's my opinion, which is why they've stolen all my work.
Yes.
And they have no appreciation for what we did on this show.
This was your Pentagon paper.
I really do. I mean, the degree in which liberals on Twitter have
myopia about Bill Clinton?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, the initial take was like, yeah, we don't like any pedophile. And it's like, oh, time to retweet the statement from the Clinton family that's like just an outright lie.
Did you see someone had a tweet that was like, he called a bunch of billionaire hedge fund guys, and there was a tweet that's like, none of them agreed to say how Epstein made his money.
Yeah.
But
he
it's
got all his money from the Victoria's Secret guy.
Which guy?
That Victoria's Secret guy. I don't know, that's the guy that owns Victoria's Secret or whatever.
Yeah.
And also the Limited 2. It's some billionaire that owns nothing but panties for little girls companies.
Yeah.
And he he was the only client of Epstein's hedge fund.
On record.
Yeah.
What if he was just making all his money off of child porn?
He was. And he was the guy that sold Epstein his mansion, his giant mansion.
Yeah. My buddy Owen went to the mansion yesterday to take pics of the cops raiding it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's got to be cool.
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah. He went to the Upper East Side to take pics.
Yeah.
Stop, just for everyone worried, Stav was in the bathroom. He's here now.
It's
taking a dookie.
Yeah, from what I've heard, it sounds pretty nice.
His place?
Yeah, because there's another story.
Yeah, he has a fucking mansion on the Upper East Side.
There's a story.
Incredible.
Some girl.
All the child porn you want.
Right. There's some girl that came that is also accusing him that's 32, and they profiled her, and she described her time there at Epstein's place or whatever, and she's like, he brought me in, and all the rooms were opulent. There was a lot of artwork and painting and stuff, and it's just I mean, I know he has a lot of money, but it's fuck. Even if I had that amount of money, I would have the kind of house that, it would just look like a Rent-A-Center showroom.
So you think he deserves some credit for his interior designing?
No, it's just fucked up that somebody that's raping kids is better than you in almost every other aspect.
Well, the Catholic Church, I mean, they have impeccable taste.
That is true. Well, it's a little gaudy for me.
Yeah, but the Catholic Church is the eternal war between whether you should fuck kids or not. It's not like the Catholic Church is entirely pro fucking kids. It's that their kid fucking elements have taken over the church, and it's a battle for
apologist.
I don't know, man.
It's a battle for good versus evil. Which
Nick is sliding more and more into trad Catholic.
I think it's show don't tell, and they fucked way more kids than they haven't fucked. Or actually, I guess they haven't.
No, they probably haven't fucked more.
That's
kids.
true. Yeah, I guess you're right.
Give them some credit, stop.
I guess that's true. Well, so you're saying he's a good interior decorator.
Well, he probably hired somebody to do that. It's just that he has a nicer house.
Yeah.
It's it's fucked up that we live in a world where pedophiles end up having the most money. They were the guys that got into Bitcoin early.
True, to buy boy pussy.
Which if you didn't, you just get fucked. These markets will just destroy it.
And it all comes back.
Yeah. They call them whales.
Yeah.
Right.
The guys that have a lot of Bitcoin, but they're just pedophiles.
Now, I think, though, you're being unfair. I think the vast majority of pedophiles do not have good taste. You're just picking on the one with the
ones
best
that
taste.
get caught. I mean, it's that's...
It's a class issue.
Yeah, I mean, it's
it's always your white trash pedophiles.
So much of media has driven into people's heads the idea that a pedophile is somebody with glasses and a mustache that lives in their parents' bed, like the guy from 1 Hour Photo.
Exactly.
And it's
nobody else.
No, it's an expression of shitty behavior that any other type of shitty behavior expresses itself across class or
of course, yeah, it's a mental disorder,
right?
In my opinion,
except black people.
We need more. They love black girl pedophiles.
Black guys are all about they're constantly talking about pussy, so you know where they stand.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
Which is the reason why I feel most comfortable around them.
Yeah, that's why it was so easy to exploit them, because we knew exactly what they wanted. With the English, you have no idea. You're like, are they gay? Are they straight? Who knows what these people
Yeah, there
want?
is a real
Meanwhile,
question
they
there.
fucking raided your country and taken all your spices, and you're
That's
like,
true.
that was the thing?
For
That's right.
spices.
Yeah.
Just to make shitty bangers and mash.
Yeah.
I don't taste any fucking turmeric in this.
Yeah.
What the fuck were you raping India for?
The English only fuck for political reasons.
I mean, I guess fucking has been a mechanism of war for all of human history.
Mm-hmm.
Like you raid a place and then you just fuck everyone there.
Yeah, which is rude.
I started watching Rome again.
I love it.
Ronin?
Rome.
Yeah.
Rome.
Yeah. They do a lot of
Titus Pulo.
a lot of political fucking. on
What
this
about
show.
Titus
Yeah.
Kulo?
Oh,
And
it's
it's
his
a
ass
gay Puerto Rican
Yeah.
Roman.
with
Well, I
a
love
huge ass.
The two, the two like
He's just
protagonists
caked up.
on the show, Lucius Varenus and Titus Pullo. The first episode, Lucius Varenus is like they have him specifically go torture Gauls to find out where Hitler's eagle is.
Mm-hmm.
Where what? Hitler's eagle.
Yeah. Well, Hitler and Caesar are synonymous.
Oh,
So the
Caesar
Nazis
is
were
Hitler.
inspired by Rome
Yeah.
But
because they
the
were like,
Nazis weren't doing gay shit, were they?
oh yeah, of course they
Weren't
were.
they killing gay guys?
Not compared to like the Weimar Republic. That was like way gayer.
Is that the guys with the like big mustaches
It was
and
the
the metal
interim-
helmets?
it was
That was like
interim
the
period in
Roaring
between-
20s
yeah,
period.
It was the interim period between like Imperial Germany and Nazi Germany,
Mm.
where they were like, we'll all like fuck, we'll do whatever we want.
Yeah.
It was this incredibly like libertine.
Nice.
So you're saying they
society.
deserve the Nazis for their
And-
sin?
and then the Nazis. That's what
Swung
happens.
back.
You
Yeah.
fucking you blow the doors off. You don't have any limits. You let people fuck kids left and right. And
Yeah.
that's what happens.
So that's what
So-
people say about Rome too.
Here's my
Yeah.
question though: this libertine guys or whatever the fuck, the Weimars, what's their diet looking like? Because if they're eating schnitzels and fucking bratwurst and shit, and you're fucking each other in the ass,
I don't know if it's about food.
But what I'm saying is, if it's a butt fucking society, you'd think they'd eat a lighter meal. Did
Oh,
the
yeah.
schnitzel?
Well,
Did the
the-
German cuisine develop post gay set? Although now,
From what I understand, you can't have dairy for 24 hours before you get fucked
before you
in your
bottom.
ass.
Did they
And I understand
invent
that from getting fucked in my
Yeah.
ass.
Did they invent fucking colonics? Did they invent what's the other shit called? Where you put water in your ass and it flushes it out.
They invented
Enema.
Enema. Thank you, Nick.
They invented basement techno. Actually, that was when. That's when they. Do you know that place, Bergheim, the big club?
Yeah,
in-
I'm there. I'm a regular.
the basement apparently is a black room, and it's just there's shiza everywhere and cum, and it's
Nice.
just hands touching each other. And,
Oh, that sounds
Yeah.
horrible.
yeah, it sounds really scary.
That sounds like hell.
with a bass, like a thumping bass in the background. Too.
Like that literally sounds a dark room where you're just getting
Like a
shit on,
black-
come on, fucked in the ass.
Yeah.
And even if you like getting fucked in the ass,
Mm-hmm.
you'd think you'd want to be in control of the situation.
Didn't someone posted a pic that they took like a freezer mold that was a dick shape and they took a shit in it and then they brought it to like the club to fuck people with a
shit
a
dick?
frozen shit dick.
Well, that's not bad. You shit it out.
Yeah, I guess so. That's the appropriate place for shit to go.
Also, don't they do a shit transplant where you have to eat shit?
No, I think they just put it in your ass.
I think they
So-
do that in the scientific community for like experiments
Well,
on animals.
Well, no. I think it can solve like certain like.
a transfecal something.
Yes,
yeah,
you know
that's
it.
a real thing.
So what I'm saying is maybe Bergheim.
Mhm.
That's a cool way to both get fucked in your ass and jerk off, and get a transfecal transplant.
Perhaps, yeah.
I'm just spitballing. We moved on from Epstein, but did you see that he had a huge meat grinder shipped to his fucking
What?
to his either his island or his home, like
For
an
what, for
industrial.
burgers?
Yes, no, motherfucker.
kids.
Yes, that's what people are saying.
For kid burgers. He wasn't eating.
I don't know.
kids.
The problem with the Epstein coverage is like
the anti-Semitism,
of
course.
because it like
I think it's
proves
all of us.
Pizzagate right. Now, like the struggle is like, right wing news sources are going to be like, Yeah, and Hillary Clinton was there, and she was, they were eating children together, and then it's going to be like even more like nobody's going to report accurately on anything.
Right.
Smokescreen.
Right. It's going to be then the mainstream media being like, and Bill Clinton did nothing wrong, and he had no knowledge of, and there's not going to be any in between where, it's going to be very difficult to figure out like exactly what is true and what isn't.
Well, there's going to be like an FBI investigation.
Like that Seth Rich thing or whatever.
Well, isn't that just totally not? Didn't that not happen?
I mean, Seth Rich was murdered.
Right.
Yeah.
Didn't some shit say that like Russians planted
Russian
that shit?
intelligence,
actually did?
Well, there's nothing to plant. He was murdered. Like in terms of like starting
rumors.
For the
DNC.
He did work for the DNC. Starting rumors that he was like involved in the email hack somehow, or that he was like it was like a cover-up murder. That's like what the story is. But Seth Rich was still murdered. It didn't like not happen.
Yeah.
Interesting. Seth, get out of here.
Yeah.
There's a child in my pussy.
I guess with that one, it's like I never really thought that, there was any conspiracy there. But it was the kind of thing that Fox News would report on. Another kind of thing Fox News would report on is Clinton's ties to fucking Epstein consistently.
Right.
Like over the last, decade or so, and nobody gave a shit now. And then it's the same people being like, well, but no, they don't care now that Trump's involved. It's like, no, they have cared. People have cared for a long time. You were the one that didn't care.
Yeah.
It's not Hillary Clinton's fault, though. I think it is sexist to say
It's
that.
absolutely.
It's not her fault that she knew about her husband and covered up him.
Well,
fucking
look,
kids
Kamala like the same way to advance her career, Kamala had to lock up parents whose children didn't go to school to show she's tough on crime.
That's what you expect out of women. Is
Hillary had to fuck kids.
She had to fuck kids
to
because
rise in the Bilderberg group or whatever.
There's an expectation of women that
they don't fuck kids.
Exactly. She has to prove it.
She has to prove that she's better than the average. I don't know, Claire McCaskill. That's some bitch, right?
What was it? Epstein's thing was like little kids. I thought it was just teen girls giving him massages.
Yeah, it's like 14-year-olds.
I love that's another
I'm not
awesome
making an
take.
excuse.
The ephebophilia take is awesome, where they're like, "Hey, whoa!" The guys that put that on record is incredible. They have their name and their face next to look.
Avatar is right.
Let's figure this. Look, what he did was bad, but there's a big difference between fucking 9-year-olds and 14-year-olds.
Well, there used to be an argument for specificity in language or whatever that you can't really make anymore because like people don't care.
Right.
It's like saying that like people are like 1 in 4 women are raped on college campuses, and it's like that's not accurate. Even like by those own like wherever that fucking study came from, it was like 1 in 6. But to be the guy
But
that's
they said that's underreported.
the guy that's like it's 1 in 6.
Right,
you
right,
can't be
right.
that guy.
But,
Right, that like
not anymore. I mean, fucking like 6-7 years ago. You got that wrong. But now if you're like 100% of women are raped, and you're like, well, there's no way it's that. No.
Yeah.
And that you're a rapist.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I feel like libertarian guys are the last guys that are
Like, if
really...
the last guy's holding out, being like,
Holding
"Listen,
out.
it was 5.8
They're like,
million."
they're like,
Let's get the numbers right.
They're like, what? Actually, you mean? Actually, it's like, bitch, you said a number.
Yeah.
You decided to make. If you said most, that would be fine. Or some, like you
a
decided
big ass
If you
chunk.
said a vague
Yeah,
qualifier.
you decided to use a specific number.
a fraction.
Yeah.
Bitch, don't be saying fractions at me.
Don't say fractions.
I can't
Exactly.
stand when a bitch uses a fraction.
Yeah.
No denominators, bitch.
Ooh, you
Or
trying to make me do
numerators.
math?
I don't want to see a numerator or a
Fuck
motherfucking
these
denominator.
hoes. Trying to make me do math.
Well, and it doesn't matter anymore. But it's just like it's like you kind of lose the autistic people when you start doing that, and you're like
And
intentionally fudging numbers when you shouldn't have to.
With the new Grubhub guarantee, if your food arrives late, Grubhub will send you a perk for at least $5 off. And if you find a lower price with a competitor, they'll send you the difference in perks and an extra $5 perk. That's a gold medal worthy guarantee.
Like saying like, oh, there's like a discrepancy in what women are paid versus what men are paid is like that's an argument you can like go into and like make a point with. When you say women are paid 70 cents for every dollar men make, it's like, well, there's a million ways to disprove that. There's like a million
Right.
metrics in which you can like throw at that, and it's like not an accurate number. But they want to, you want to like hold on to the 70 cents line, and it's like, well, now you're just arguing about statistics with people.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not addressing the underlying fucking
that they
issue
are
anymore.
underpaid.
Right. And the reasons for that, and what the solution is, and like how things could change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, because all of these arguments are made for dumb people that can only consume simple things like 7 out of 100.
Which, thank you for that.
Yeah, 70%. That's
Wouldn't that be 70
I
out
can
of
just,
100?
oh yeah, 70 out of 100.
Wow.
I can just keep repeating.
Who's the smart guy now?
You are.
That was
Thank
quick
you.
math, dude. I almost got tight because Nick was saying fractions, but then I remembered he's a bro, so we got to let it go.
He's only
He's
saying
one of the
that.
brothers. So I guess like, is Acosta gonna get caught up in this or no?
Nancy Pelosi was like, look, that's up to Trump. Fucking loser. What a dumbass bitch.
I hope this will give a big boost to.
I don't want him to resign. I mean, like people are calling for his head to roll as if that's like the fucking, that's who.
Like he's the one who fucked the kids.
That's where the buck stopped, is with fucking Acosta.
But if you remember, he wasn't.
It's like no, it's because like calling for Acosta to resign is like totally a move to just like draw the attention away from Clinton. They're going to do that now instead of like, because you
And
saw for a
Trump.
while there, like Trump Epstein was trending on Twitter, but like
Yeah.
that quote about like Trump said Jeffrey
Oh.
Epstein was a great guy, you know, like blah 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 blah, and it's like if the New York Times covered it. And it says like, oh, Trump said that Epstein was a terrific guy, not a fan anymore. And then you read the article and it says in 2002, Trump spoke to the New York Times and said that, or New York Magazine, and said that, you know, Epstein's a great guy. But if you click where it says New York Magazine and go to that magazine, the next 2 paragraphs after that are about his relationship with Bill Clinton. I know.